Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, everybody. Good day, good day. How we doing? How's it going? Beep, 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 beep. Bum, 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 bum. How we doing, everybody? That's been a while. It has been a while. My last stream is a few days back. We haven't been in the arena for a few days. So yeah, the plan today is we watch some Illuvium videos. I have one from Scoriox that I want to watch. Then we're gonna play some arena until we die one time, and then we're gonna give away the first video of our channel. So basically the idea is, I thought I'd go full Web3 degenerate, and I'm gonna give away my videos from my channel. So what we're gonna do is go through old videos, find all the outdated trash that doesn't have to be live on my YouTube channel anymore, and then I'm gonna give it to you guys. If you are a member, you have priority. If there is no member who wants the video, somebody of the viewers is gonna get it. And basically you get all the rights to the video. I'm gonna delist it, you get the link to the video, get the thumbnail. Maybe you get an NFT connected to it in the long run. But yeah, you have the full rights over it. With a little disclaimer, I maybe don't own the full rights over my thumbnails, because I'm just using random pictures from the internet. So maybe some of those thumbnails are copyright infringements. But yeah, for what I know, you get my video, you get the full rights to it. You can re-upload it yourself. You can, I don't know, tell me to re-upload it again or put it live again or whatever you want to do with it. It's not going to be worth much, because it's some trashy old video, right? But it's a little token of my appreciation, and I think it's cool for people to actually own a little thing of my channel, an old video. So that's what we're gonna do. And while we do that, we listen to absolutely classic Super Mario music. And yeah, who knows? If we one day have 2 million followers, an old trashy video might be worth a few bucks. If that helps you in any way. Look at that, we can have a little mountain in the background here. Strategic positioning of my window. So yeah, if you're a YouTube member or a Twitch subscriber, I don't know if I have those yet, you get the first shot at the videos that I'm giving away. If there's nobody else, anybody can have them. And then we're gonna delist it. And that's my way of decluttering my channel. I wanna have less trashy, outdated old videos on my channel, and I wanna give part of my channel to the community. And as we go down this line, like, let's say in half a year, most of my old trashy videos should be unlisted, and then we're coming to actually good videos and good thumbnails. I think there's some really good art in some thumbnails. And yeah. Like at one point, hopefully this is gonna be... Oh, we still have to fade. Like if you go to old videos, there is some classic thumbnails. There's some really fun ones, to be honest. Some really embarrassing ones too. But I think the one that I wanna unlist here, if I go from my old videos, the oldest one who hasn't any views is this one right here, 94. And it's an Illuvium dev blog. I think the thumbnail is pretty cool. I think the thumbnail is pretty fire. Holy shit. It's so cringe watching videos from 2 years ago. Look at that.
Everybody, in today's video we're gonna talk about the new
Yo, what's good, everybody?
What's good, everybody? In today's video we're gonna talk about the new Illuvium dev blog.
I have such a hardcore Google face here. Look at that. It looks ridiculous.
Tell you, it is absolutely amazing. So one of the first thing it says is there are decades where nothing happens, and then weeks where decades happen.
Dude, I love that old stuff. Yeah, so I think that the biggest value from this video is really the the thumbnail that you're also gonna get ownership over. not only the video. So yeah, that's the video we're gonna give away today. We're gonna unlist it right now. And then over the course of the stream, people can just say in chat, yo, I want it. And then if we have more than one person that wants it, we're gonna do a raffle. And just spin the wheel, roll the dice, and see who gets it.
In this video,
I don't know. If it was a good video, we would look through it, but it's literally just a dev blog, so... Oh, it's already unlisted. Alright. I already unlisted that one. We can still give it away, though. Keep it unlisted. Somebody will get it. But the idea was more that I actually... remove a video from here. We can do this one too, Illuvi Talks 2, about gaming things. Even though I would like to have the Illuvi Talks still up there, because, I don't know, that's kind of history of Illuvium. Illuvium Discord shenanigans only has 170 views. That's insane. That's one of my best videos I ever did. I cannot unlist this one. I don't know if I showed it to you before, but that one is crazy, actually. Whoa! See all the old guys? That's 2022, everybody. That's 2 years ago. These pics make me feel like a kid again. That was the plan. Soon. Hi all. Am I eligible for airdrop? Which one? What airdrop? Depends on your altitude, how high up you're. That guy is the airdrop. Look at that. Good old times where Night Chief was just Night Chief and not actually Nicholas. Leviathan would be typically a huge sea monster. Oh, good old times when Grant was still with Illuvium. Alright, alright. I'm gonna get tears in my eyes here. We cannot unlist Discord shenanigans. TSG roasted Illuvium beta gameplay. Dude, this feels really like giving my kids away, or I don't know. It feels really hard to select one of them and remove them. To view highlights. We love the links. Dude, I love all these old videos. Alright, we're gonna look at it later. Let's watch a video from... Scoriox right here. Let's watch a video from Scoriox right here. The title is You Can Earn Thousands from the Illuvium airdrop. And we're gonna see how to do that. Because I wanna earn thousands. Sounds like a good deal to me. Wait. Let me turn off. Let me turn on the quality. Let's redo that intro. We're gonna watch Scoriox's video right here. The title is You Can Earn Thousands from the Illuvium airdrop. I'm definitely interested in earning thousands. Let's have a look, see what it's all about.
It's finally time to talk about the Illuvium airdrop. I'm going to go through just how much revenue I think you can generate from playing in the airdrop, some of my personal strategies approaching this thing, and exactly how you can compete to earn ILV tokens by playing video games. Play to earn is come back with a different name, play to airdrop, and it is back in full force. Illuvium is going to do one.
Yeah, that's the new meta, right? Instead of play to earn, it's now play to airdrop. The kind of Mavia, I feel like, created that airdrop with like, was it between 1 and 2 million downloads of their game, which is huge. And even though if 80% of those people leave, you still got a big player base. Like, it's the best way to convert a lot of people to it and generate a lot of hype. So the meta right now in Web3 is play to airdrop, and that's what we're doing. And that's what Illuvium has opted in to do, because it's very common in the gaming development space to just copy what other... In any creative process, it's a lot about copying what has been working before, especially in game development. For example, Palworld is just a compilation of all the game loops, of all the game mechanics from other successful games. and like we have Ark in there, Ark Survival Evolved. We have Pokemon in there. We have like the typical survival games. We have a lot of different genres combined in the Palworld. And so what we are doing, as soon as we saw the success of Palworld, all right, we gotta have Illuvium hunting in the overworld. That's what we're doing right now. Then Mavia had the great success with play to airdrop, so we gotta have free to play and airdrops in Illuvium Zero. I think it makes a lot of sense to actually recreate what has been proven to work, especially in the recent past. We're not picking up some tactics from a game 10 years ago, right? That happened a few months ago with Mavia. So I'm glad Illuvium is not too much married to their old strategies and is evolving their strategies depending on how they see the market react to current big selling hype games.
One of the biggest airdrops in all of Web3 gaming, and I'm going to explain exactly how it works, exactly how much revenue I think you can generate, and everything in between. So firstly,
and then in the end, what we need for this to work is to have a big airdrop, and apparently we have the biggest airdrop in Web3 so far, which should secure us millions of players.
Let's go through the article that Illuvium has thankfully set up for us that helps illustrate all of the really key details before we jump into the spreadsheet. So firstly, they say that the main goal behind our private and open beta testnet phases is simple. We want your feedback on the gameplay and to test our systems before the official open beta starts. We want you to play as much as possible, hunt for bugs, and ensure everything's operating smoothly on testnet. To sweeten the deal.
Sounds like Helldivers. Want you to test everything and hunt for bugs. They took it literal with Helldivers.
And say thanks for your help. We've set aside ILV tokens for play to airdrop rewards with 10% reserved for the initial 2 phases. Private beta 4 and open beta testnet.
Am I in the way?
Here, the pre-registration begins on April the 15th. Then private beta 4 starts on the April the 30th. And the open beta testnet on May 28th. We can also see later on that later on in this article it mentions that they expect open beta testnet to last 2 to 4 weeks. So it could come pretty much any time in June, or at least that's what the Illuvium team is expecting. They also mention in the pre-registration section that the group of players for the private testnet will be under 10,000. I actually expected it to be significantly less than that, so that's quite interesting. And I think many of the players that are already active in Illuvium will definitely get access to this. If you want to start playing now to try and get access to this private beta testnet, I don't want to say it's too late to do so. It's always good to get involved.
And we had a statement from Kieran about this, right? When he was talking in the AMA, in the town hall, that he said, even if you're a super active player in Illuvium Overworld, you're not guaranteed a spot. Even if you're the most active player in the arena, or the one in the top 100 most active players in arena, you're not guaranteed a spot. But that's more to like protect themselves from individuals being like, hey, I was place 98, I should have guaranteed a spot. Like, they don't want to have some hard, you know, they don't want to have like definite numbers that you have to reach to be in the beta. They want to keep it a little bit open. But if we're saying under 10,000, like right now the active player base is probably under 10,000. So I am assuming, at least if you're a somewhat active player, and I would assume even if you log in like just a few times a week, you should already get this. And also if you played a lot in the past. So yeah, this number is really nice to see. And I think a lot of the core community, if not all the core community, will get it. And then we're also gonna want to bring in a lot of the outside communities, right? There is a lot of keys gonna be given to all the content creators that are outside of the Illuvium space to bring in new people. And obviously all the dedicated Illuvium content creators, there's no confirmation on that, but they should have also keys to give away from their communities. So yeah, I think one big part is gonna give the core community the keys. Hopefully most of us will get it. Then the core content creators should all get keys for their community. We'll see how much that is and if it happens, like nothing confirmed on that. And then probably outside communities get a lot of keys. We're gonna give 1,000 to Pudgy Penguins, 1,000 to Samsung or whatever, and 1,000 to Crypto Stash. I don't know. That's, I think, the marketing idea behind all of this.
Especially if you're well known in different communities and you have a lot to say regarding this, the feedback to the Illuvium team.
So basically, private beta, we have a hard launch date, it seems like. April 30th. We will kick off the private beta for the testnet, and with that, we're gonna get the airdrops enabled for Illuvium.
They're also going to iron out major kinks and ensure that there's a smooth ride heading into open beta. A big advantage here being that they can make sure that all of these smart contracts integrate with the game seamlessly, and there's no crazy bugs. The last thing you want to happen on an open beta launch is every single time you capture an Illuvium, it does not appear in your wallet. That would be a game that would be really...
I can think of an even worse scenario. For example, where people hack into it and give themselves whatever, 1 million fuel or something. I think that's the scariest part, and that's really tough for the Illuvium team, because they want to develop a really good game, right? But now with them going down the Web3 route and being everything on blockchain and stuff, it's way easier for attacks. You cannot, like, if somebody gets hacked, you cannot just reverse that usually. So that's why they have to double check, and why this game development would have gone so much faster if it was just a casual Web 2 game, a classic Web 2 game. They wouldn't have to do so much on the side of security, so nobody can get scammed, hacked, and so on in Illuvium. And that's one of their main focuses, and that's, I think, one of the hardest things for them to pull off, and one of the biggest obstacles in their way of getting actually the game out.
Really bad. Going through this thorough testing for about 2 months is going to really help with all of that. Open beta testnet 2 TBD, as we said, and 10% of the play to airdrop ILV pool for the test phases will be given out during this period. So it will be private access with not that many people, and then a lot of people, but 10% is going to be given to all of them. I've got all that.
Wait, what? So we first got private beta 4. Okay, so the airdrop started on May 28th, it seems like. No, the airdrop should already be working once we have the private beta, and this one is the open beta on the testnet. So this is just the last stage before the open beta on the mainnet, before we got live on the blockchain. So yeah, with April 30, the private beta starts, where just a few under 10,000 lucky ranges will come in, and there you can already start earning your airdrops, and then it's gonna be available to everybody on May 28th. And then in probably end of Q2, we're gonna release onto the blockchain the open beta.
TBD, as we said, and 10% of the play to airdrop ILV pool for the test phases will be given out during this period. So it will be private access with not that many people, and then a lot of people, but 10% is going to be given to all of them.
The last time I saw how much it is, I think it was 25 million ILV, or 25 million bucks. So even if it's just 10% in this phase, that's going to be 2.5 million.
I've got all that lined up in my spreadsheet as well. And then with play to airdrop, here is how it works. Qualifying for the airdrop is a breeze. The more you play, the more airdrop points you earn, which applies to all 3 games, so be prepared. Take advantage of the opportunity to grab your share of the ILV bounty over 6 months. To make this easier, we'll have a dashboard allowing you to track your accumulated points, which we expect to roll out as we get closer to open beta. If you've got a lot of time in your hands, this is the thing you want to get involved in. Okay. So how much do I think you're going to generate?
So basically you just play and you're going to get airdrops. And I think those airdrops are scheduled to be always at the end of those phases. So it's not like you play a day and then you get the airdrops for the day. It's going to be always at the end of the testing phase, or the whatever phase it is. And for example, for open beta, when we're live on the blockchain, all those airdrops should come in at the end of like a 6-month period or something like that. End of October, I think. Kieran hinted at.
Now, I want to talk about all of my different
Here we go, into the
spreadsheet
spreadsheet.
here first. Okay. Here is what we know. Token quantity is probably going to be above 10% of the total in-game yield pool. Now, that is a guess, but I think it's safe to assume it would have to be above that number. My max limit here is 50%, which I personally think is absurd, and I'll talk about that a little bit more later, but let's say that that's the end cap. Early access testnet distribution. I'm going to have to assume that the open beta testnet is going to have a much larger portion of the ILV tokens given for it because it has a lot more players in it. So in this case, I'm taking a very literal view where I'm looking at 2% for the private beta testnet, and then 8% of that total 10% is going to be given to everyone else. Early access testnet timeframe is 1 month. The main testnet timeframe also 1 month. Then the open beta season 1 timeframe is 5 months. It's over the course of 6 with your open beta testnet and your main season 1 of the game, and so that goes over 6 months. Tokens available in the pool. I wrote 950,000. I could not be bothered calculating how many have been distributed for things like Illuvitas and all that sort of stuff. It's probably significantly more than that, closer to 990, but I made it really conservative. Current token price is $140. You guys don't know when I record this video. Let's assume that it's that when I'm recording it. I'm not going to be talking about price beyond that in this video. Early access testnet players guesstimate, I put 1,000. I'll change that in just a second to, let's say, 5,000. And the open beta testnet players guesstimate, so when everyone has access to the game, I'm going to leave that at 100k. That's kind of my target for that. But you know what? We know Shrapnel got about 50k on one of its better days, and so let's leave it at 50k at our base case for how many players.
Yeah, I think that's super conservative. Like, he's taking Shrapnel as an example, but we're trying to have the same model as Mavia, so we should take them as an example. I don't say he should put 1 million in here, but 50,000 it feels like very, very conservative, which is fine for the sake of this calculation.
Playing this game, and I'll put it at 5k for the private testnet. And so what I've done here is I've looked at the tokens distributed, in this case 10%, for my base case. In my bull case, I've got 25%. And then in my ultra bull case, I've got 50%. And we'll talk about that in a minute. So with tokens distributed, that's 10%. The daily break-even revenue required for the DAO to break even with the cost to the DAO is actually $63,000 every single day. Which in the case of maybe 50,000 players, that would be about $1 per player per day, which isn't too crazy. Early access testnet tokens are 2,000 tokens. Main testnet about 7,500, and then the open beta season 1 tokens would be 85,500 tokens, giving us our total.
And remember, I think Scoriox's idea, his idea behind this is to give a very conservative calculation, so people don't freak out if he says, oh, you're gonna earn $100 a day and then it's $10, people are gonna lynch him. So I think he's trying to be very conservative to keep expectations low and not try to, shill people into something crazy, and more keep it very realistically and more on the conservative side of things.
And here are the calculations here. So the tokens distributed in the first day, every single day for the private testnet, 63, and then 250 and 570 for the others. That's every single day in total, not per person. Total revenue, and then the revenue per person would actually be $2 for the private beta testnet, 70 cents for the open beta testnet, since it doesn't really have that many, and then $1.60 every single day for the open beta full mainnet launch, which would actually be really awesome. That's really great for a lot of third world countries where they're really not earning that money, so really engaging with those communities is helpful here. The total revenue per person across the 6-month period would actually be about $300 per person. Now,
that's pretty good.
I don't know how you guys feel about that. Personally, I think that's a lot of money for playing a video game. That being said, you got to grind kind of hard, and the top players will obviously earn significantly more because they got more points than everyone else. But as kind of like a base scenario, if you're getting just your dues, then you'll be earning $300 for doing basically nothing in a certain sense, or maybe half that, depending on how they distribute based on.
Well, doing nothing really depends on how good the game is, right? If you just play to enjoy, then you just get it on top of it as an extra. If people don't enjoy playing the game, then it feels like work to them. So it's really personal how much effort people really have to put in and how much really they enjoy the process. Because I assume there's a lot of people who actually don't enjoy playing games and they really just do it to make some income. For them, it's a heavy time investment, and it may feel like work. But I think Illuvium is probably one, if not the best and most fun and most enjoyable game on Web3 on the blockchain. So I think we should be good in this regard.
Performance in the airdrop. But here's where it starts to get a lot more interesting. If we look at the bull case at 25% tokens distributed, they would need 150k every single day to break even. At 50,000 players, that would be $3 per person per day, which is starting to get a little bit harder to achieve since we don't know how many players are going to be playing Illuvium. Early access testnet tokens at about 5,000, 19,000 for main testnet, and then open beta at almost 250,000 tokens distributed. 1,600 tokens being.
If we look at that, because this is already open, right? This is open to all the players. And it seems like such a big jump from open to all the players to open to all the players on mainnet, on the blockchain. Like 230,000 would be the one just for the mainnet, and then just 30,000 more is the total allocation. So I think you could definitely lower those numbers and up those numbers, at least this number a little bit, so more people come in as soon as it's open to the public. Even if it's still in beta, I think we want to attract more people here. And this one, if it's 180,000, 240,000, doesn't really change that much, as where we can double or triple this number. I think it would have a bigger impact.
Being distributed every single day. I apologize for that. Total revenue, 22, 88, and 220k. But here's the numbers you actually want to see. Revenue per person during the private testnet every single day, $4. Over the course of that testing period, $120.
That's just the airdrops, right? Like while we're still in beta, it's just gonna be about the airdrops. But once we're out on the mainnet, you're actually gonna be earning on the side as well by catching illuvials and so on. Hopefully,
pretty good for a month's work of gaming. In the open beta testnet at $2, so significantly less, about less than half. And then for the open beta mainnet, looking at just over $4 again, meaning over the course of 6 months, you could earn about $850, probably closer to $2,000 if you perform extremely well. This is good for a lot of people. I don't know how else to put it. Very interesting stats here. And now we have a look at my case. That's wow, what, why? Because this would be ballsy on Illuvium's behalf. As we can see here, the tokens distributed at 50%. I just wanted to look at this for fun. I really don't think this is going to happen. It's probably going to be somewhere in between 10 to 20% in my opinion. But you can see the daily break-even revenue is 350,000.
I don't know. I would have just made a bull case, like a really optimistic case with more players, but then the revenue goes down, I guess. But then in the long run, it's good again. Yeah, it's hard to say.
Which is a lot of money. $7 per player per person at 50,000
daily revenue to break even 350,000
players.
Wow.
Which, now that I've said that, doesn't sound that bad. Doesn't sound that great either, but it is what it is. Distributing a total of almost 500,000 tokens. To put it in perspective, that's like 5% of the total supply of Illuvium, closer to 7% of the supply after you consider SILV2. Total revenue per day being distributed, 44,000 for the private testnet, 177,000 for the open testnet, and then 450k for the open beta. The revenue per person is really what you want to know though. For private and the open beta mainnet, you're looking at about $9 per person per day, which is very, very good. What's interesting here is this justifies you playing the game quite easily. Say a stage 1 run is $2 to $3. You would essentially be earning an airdrop to pay for doing 3 runs in the overworld every single day, which is really good.
And then you get to keep the illuvials.
And would really help a lot of people play if they're on the fence, depending on how the distribution works as well. Total revenue per person, however, would be $250.
But then again, you get all this revenue at the end of those phases. So it's not like you... Like I said earlier, you get your revenue for every day, and then next day you can use it in the overworld. You would have to front load all your expenses in the overworld, and then at the end of the test phases, or at the end of the airdrop phases rather, you will get all that revenue that you accumulated over the period.
Over the course of the private beta testnet, only $100 for the open beta testnet, and then 1.3K over the course of 1.3K for the open beta mainnet with a total
Come on, dude, get an editor.
of $1,700
Says me, who will upload this in a one cut too.
distributed to everyone who participates over these 6 months. Maybe a lot more for those who do really, really well on the point system and the leaderboards. Now, I might do a future video for this. Leave a comment if you want to see this, but I'm thinking of doing a video where I break this down by game. If we expect 33% of these tokens to go to Illuvium 0, Illuvium Arena, and then Illuvium Overworld, and then we can kind of break that up again. We can say if you're playing Illuvium 0 and you're, let's say, the top 10% gets 10% of all tokens, or 50% of all tokens, or whatever it might be, you can break it down like crazy. You can be like, okay, maybe you just like playing Illuvium 0, and so if you're a top Illuvium 0 player, you're going to be earning this much. Maybe you just like the overworld. If you're a top overworld player, you might be earning this much. Or maybe you have a really balanced approach and you're like a moderate player in all three, and this is how much you might be earning, to kind of assess what the best way to approach this sort of thing would be, because the number of players changes significantly. Let's say Illuvium 0 has 1 million players.
Well, to be honest, the best way to approach this is to find the game you enjoy the most and then play that game. Because like I said earlier, if you're going to play a game that you actually don't enjoy playing, it's going to feel like work. But if you find in one of those 3 games, if you find one game that you really enjoy playing, then it's just going to be free money, right? And I think that's the biggest point for if you wanted this, because this is going to be over 5-6 months, right? So you better find something that is making you happy. Otherwise, it's just going to be a miserable experience. And me personally, I could choose all of the games, but definitely I have my favorites that I will be putting in more work. And that's going to keep me motivated, going to keep me grinding more.
Players, because it's a mobile game, it's simple, and lots of people can have easy access to it. But the arena is a lot more niche, and so it has maybe 5,000, 10,000 players at most. Then the overworld would sit somewhere in the middle. And so if you're a top arena player and the tokens are distributed evenly among the 3, then you would be earning significantly.
Then again, I don't think it matters how good you perform for the airdrop, right? We have leaderboard rewards. Those reward you if you're a top player. But for the airdrops, it seems like you just got to be active. So, yeah.
More than, say, a top overworld player or a top...
So it seems like you just have to spend time in the game, which then comes basically down to, again, where would you enjoy your time the most? Because then you will be able to spend more time in it, because it's actually fun.
Illuvium 0 player, in which you wouldn't really be earning that much at all. And so if you want me to break down...
Also, another thing, it's going to be hard after a while to spend a lot of time in Illuvium 0, because at one point your land is going to be fully built up and you just have to maintain it. Where in Overworld you can do endless runs. You can play 24 hours a day if you want to.
3 different scenarios. Leave a comment down below. Like the video. If it hits 100 likes, I'll definitely make...
Thank you, Scoriox.
That would be a lot of fun. But yes, have a good one.
Good video. Good video. Good to be informed when all the things are happening. I don't care too much about if it's $2 or $4 or $5. I feel very lucky in that regard that I don't have to really try to get my life livings off the game, which I understand some people do, and I think it's a cool way to work, right? So in the end, if you have to grind, if you want to grind just for money, you'll have a good time in Illuvium, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. Alright, is anybody here yet who wants a video from me? Let's just do what we did earlier. And we're gonna give this one away. Thumbnail plus video. I don't know if I should actually delete it, you know? Definitely gonna make it private. Because I think there's still an option where you can decide, oh, just upload it again and put my name in it. You can do anything really with this video, with this thumbnail. So yeah, if anybody wants it, let me know. If nobody in the chat wants it, then we're gonna find somebody in the comments of the live stream. I'm sure we're gonna find somebody about it. If nobody in the comments wants it, we're gonna give it away to Twitter. Mel, what's up? How we doing? These kinds of videos are just too much speculation for me to take very seriously. In my opinion, not enough is known about the airdrop point system for calculations like this. Yeah, like the first half of it was quite nice for me personally, informatively. But then the second half was just like random numbers that really just came out of nowhere. It's really purely speculative, so I agree with you. I wanted to see it through the whole video just because I think I have to do that, but I was about to click away when he started speculating for sure. What's up, Marcelo? How we doing? How's it going? Alright, let's play some Illuvium Arena. We haven't done that in a while. I want to see what the meta looks like. I want to see what everybody's playing. But good video nevertheless, right? He's doing what he needs to do to make a lot of views on his videos. Because that's the main audience. Play to earn people. I just can't bring myself to do stuff like this. I'll just have to wait till we get some gamers in the space. And hopefully then I get my views. My YouTube channel has fallen off a little bit. I made a drama video recently about the Illuvium 0 being delayed. That was the first one that kind of got some views again. Yeah, we'll see. Yesterday playing Survival, I was waiting for opponent for too long. Is that a bug? Survival, you shouldn't play versus an opponent anyway. Survival is versus the computer. Do you mean just the arena? Like the Ascendant arena? Alright, where are we not? Ah, there it is. There's the game. If you're talking about the arena, sometimes the queue gets stuck and then you have to go out and in again. I can show you that in a second. But for survival, you're playing versus a bot, so it doesn't matter. Sometimes if you're in a queue for 5 minutes, you just restart it. Or sometimes the cancel button is grayed out, then you also have to go back into it and restart it. But let me show you here. But that's just bugs. Usually you shouldn't be waiting. Some of the masses always flock to drama discussions. Yeah, I think we have been brainwashed that way from mainstream media that we just... Like, if there's drama, we want to hear it. So, yeah. But I think it was kind of clickbaity drama, and then I didn't really go into the drama, because I didn't want to pull up the single messages from people that were just... like hilarious because they were so toxic or so bad or whatever. I didn't want to even mention them personally. I just touched on it and then I went what Kieran said and finished it. So I guess it wasn't really drama that I talked about. I started a lot, like I tried a lot of times to actually record a video going over all the messages in the threads and trying to point out people who are just doing like bad faith stuff and malicious stuff where they're just like having bad assumptions, talking really like insulting and all that stuff, but it was physically painful to do that video. So yeah, Marcelo, if you play a game and then this cancel button, you cannot click it anymore, that means you have to go back here and go into it again. Then your queue kind of got stuck. And sometimes the queue is buggy and you have to restart if you wait forever. And sometimes there's not a lot of players. If you play like at 2 AM in the morning, you might be at a time slot where not a lot of players are online. And then you have to wait a few minutes. But usually I never wait more than 3 minutes. And that's what I'm waiting in League of Legends too, where there is millions of players, right? As a landowner myself, I understand, but I really think as a group, we just need to chill for a minute and see how it all unfolds. Yeah, it basically was just those 2-3 people who were like super aggressive and kind of gaslighting everybody into this topic. And at first everybody was against them because how they communicated and what they said their goal were, like sabotage Illuvium and delay at all costs and there's no other option. But then slowly, because I think they repeated it so many times over and over again, people started to see sense in it and got behind them. And I like really Kieran's comment where he says everything has been delayed. Not only only land. Like, if you subtract all the general delay that everybody in Illuvium had, no matter the product, then there is not... it doesn't look as bad anymore for just the landowners. But yeah, it's a weird one. I totally understand it, it sucks, but this is game development. You bought a game in development, and that's just how it goes. And for the greater good for all the community members, and that's what we should really look out for, that the whole project as a whole is thriving. We cannot just delay the whole project just for one niche to be happy. I think there is ways to compensate that, but it's a slippery slope to go down there, right? Because why are not other, like, why is the overworld not being compensated for the delay or stuff like this? So yeah, I wouldn't want to be in the shoes of Illuvium trying to please everybody and make decisions there. I think at one point you just gotta say, hey guys, we're gonna get this game out. It's gonna be amazing, and you all gonna, in the long term, you all gonna succeed. We all gonna succeed together. That's what it boils down to. I don't know how much Illuvium should really try to please everybody. Because at one point, you just gotta accept the fact that game development, they don't, like, people feel so personally attacked by this. But I can 100% say that Illuvium would never want to alienate any of the players, and they're really happy to have landowners and want to cater towards them. I don't think they would ever want to do anything that would just harm them for the sake of harming them. Ridiculous. But yeah, I don't know. I tried to not... I read through the whole thing, everything, multiple times. Did I take a wrong deck? Where's our daggers and everything? Why do we only have fire weapons in here? That's an old deck. I didn't want to play that, so I guess we have to go into Rampy. That's so weird. I guess we also bonded with the wrong unit. God damn, what do we do now? That's weird. Or whatever. Just bring in units. Hope for the best. I've played many hours of Overworld in all 3 closed betas, and playing has been its own reward for me. Same for me. Overworld is by far the game that I have the most fun playing. I mean, Arena is a little bit different from that, because it's just, I don't know, I get all the fun from winning. But yeah. Since we didn't have a lot of like meta changes and everything still does Revenant Spore, it feels like very not much fun to play Arena. And Overworld is just consistently being fun because it's not PvP. I think just the move, it's all about grinding, right? Which usually wouldn't excite me, but just the movement mechanics make it so fun to me. Yeah, I think we're just gonna throw this game away. Doesn't matter too much. Just having all those movement mechanics makes it so much fun. I feel like Spider-Man flying through the city. I feel like Tarzan swinging through the forest. You really do feel like a superhero with all those movement mechanics, and we're gonna get the grappling hook and stuff like this. That's gonna be cool. Alright, so we have to sell this guy because our ranger is bonded with the wrong one. And then we're just gonna go for Phantom, I guess. See how that goes. We also got Steam. I don't know where we got Steam, but... Yep. Alright, let's fill up our board, eh? Maybe with some bulwarks. Here's the third fire guy. That's important. Yeah, I think after this game I'm gonna swap to Overworld for a few games, and then we're gonna call it. So yeah, talking about my videos that I want to give away. I don't know if it's a good idea. I think down the line it's going to be really good. I think it's a bit weird in the beginning, as there is a lot of supply and not a lot of demand. But yeah, let me know if anybody is there who wants that video that we talked about. The Rapid Death block. I'm just going to unlist it, and then it's yours. You don't have to download it. You don't have to do anything, by the way. If you want to have it, it can just sit there on my channel, unlisted, private, and you just know you got that. Like, I don't want you. It's not a call to action. You don't have to actually do anything. You just say, yep, I want it, then it's yours, and then it's gonna sit there and you can do whatever with it. Alright, let's get double spore. And I guess 2 bulwarks. The go-to move now. We could go with 2 fire bulwarks. That looks pretty good. We only have 2 empaths now, but we could swap our ranger to be a revenant, and then we would have most of our traits activated, right? Look at that. Thing of beauty, I would say. Can also do a lot of damage to those rogues here with our flare. We shall see. First member, I'll take the first video. There we go, Mel. You'll be able to get more down the line, so this doesn't lock you out forever of getting videos. Yeah, because as soon as more people want a video, we're just gonna spin the dice, I think. Just do it randomly. Congratulations! You're the first owner of the Illumination video besides me. And the video itself is really shit, but I think the thumbnail is really cool. And you get all the rights to the thumbnail as well. So yeah. You can always DM me and tell me, yo, give me the link, I want to download it, send me the thumbnail. You can also, yeah. Like, just let me know what I should do with it, what you want to do with it, and then we'll see. Opa. What are we doing here? Main screen, full screen. There we are. Alright, this video is now private. It will never come up again. It's all yours, Mel. I think that I don't know. When I made this thumbnail, I was really proud about the thumbnail. I took some time to crop in Aaron's face there. Let me just write that in here. There we go. So I don't forget, and you don't forget. Sweet! Hey, how long have we been streaming? Not even an hour. Alrighty, we're gonna go in the overworld for a bit, and then we're gonna call it. I wanna keep... I don't know. Like, in March we streamed every day, right? And that was pretty good for my views and everything. But it was not so good for my private life, I feel like. I rather would like to choose days where I feel like I want to stream and not be forced to do it. It was kind of nice because, you know, you have a rhythm, a flow, a good habit. But yeah, I think right now we want to do like short streams and more videos on YouTube. And we'll see. Thanks for taking this off my hands, Mel. Would have been would have been sad if nobody wanted it. And I do understand. It's a trashy 2-year-old video about some outdated topic, but it's more like, you know, like a souvenir. Like a token of appreciation. And the big point is really you don't have to do anything. Just say, yo, I want it, and then it's yours, and then you can let it sit there forever. And then in 5 years you look back and you're like, hey, that's my video. You gave that to me. I think that's cool. I don't know. I thought, like, if I can make a really clickbaity video, like all the Web3 people are kind of come in, it's like, what? He's giving away his YouTube channel? Shite, why are we playing this again? I wanted to swap to Overworld. I'm so used to just click play again. And we're playing versus the same guy with the same crappy team, I think. We're just gonna surrender this. There goes all my rating. I don't even want to see it. We're gonna get a rating reset soon anyway, and let's jump in the Overworld for a run. A nice stage 3 run. I think I have a few shards, so we can actually try to capture some Illuvials in this run. I think so far I haven't captured anything except tier 0s. And we also need some music. That's one point I gotta get better on. Background music has to be on point. I think that's very important for entertaining stream. Oh, we had it in the beginning, right? Let's play some more Mario. I got some hate for my Mario tunes in my streams, but I just really like it. Right, sorry. Ah, no, makes me happy. Alright, let me relog to go into the Overworld. I'm gonna chill there a little bit. Hopefully capture a ramp here or something cool. I'm really happy that we are gonna have a airdrop phase just for the core members and like selected individuals. I think that's gonna be really nice. And that's just what the people need, a little bit of appreciation, because they're so close to the development process that everybody's so emotionally invested, and also they're invested with their money. So they're just hardcore invested emotionally and financially, and they have a direct chat to all the developers. Like I said that the other day, but imagine World of Warcraft players could tag Blizzard developers, game developers and stuff like that. Or imagine Tesla investors could tag Elon Musk in the Discord, and he would kind of have to answer because that's kind of the meta of the Illuvium Discord. Like, that's crazy to imagine that just casual investors or casual players of the game can actually tag and scream directly at the developers and at the company CEO and whatever. And this, I think, there comes a lot of good stuff from that, but also a lot of bad stuff. And I think, yeah, in 5 years I'm gonna do an interview with somebody of the Warwicks, and I'm gonna get a truth answer if they thought it would have been better to just make a normal game and not be in a direct chat with the whole community constantly. How do we get to the topic? Can you remember? Why are we in Crimson Waste? I don't know. Alright, let's get out of here. Back to menu? Oh, no. Travel to Sanctum Mesa. Maybe take it easier next couple of weeks before private beta for... Yeah, that's a good call. And to be honest, I should just do like 1 or 2 YouTube videos a week and edit them really highly and make them kind of evergreen. So they're actually gonna be valuable in 2-3 months time. But it's really hard because every week, every month we have a new update, which makes the old content outdated. So I'm kind of in this between where I'm not sure if I should try to make high quality, high production, evergreen videos. And then kind of being scared of, oh, if there is coming one patch, this whole video is gonna be outdated instantly. So it feels like right now I just want to practice. But yeah, I do want to take it easy, and I do want to maybe like pre-produce some just basic guides that that not are gonna change. Okay, this music is... I can't do this. Let's just go back to beats. So yeah, once the game comes out, I feel like I'm finally unblocked, because I feel like I'm in beta with my channel as well, in a forced beta. Like, there's not a lot of people in this ecosystem yet, and there is not a lot of consistent things in the game that I can make guides about that are gonna be valuable next year. So right now, I think my tactic is just to low-key, like Scoriox, not editing, just one-shot guides, 5, 6, 7 minutes. And yeah, just practice my talking, I guess, that I don't have to edit out everything I say, and I can just keep talking for 10 minutes without actually losing track of what I wanted to say or stuff like that. Viper's Illuvial focused shorts are a good example of evergreen content. Yeah, I saw that too, and that's why I did copy the exact same tactic and did one yesterday about Scarabok. I don't know if you have seen it, but I tried to edit a little bit more because I think it was evergreen content. I wanted to put in a little bit more effort. It didn't come out perfectly, but... Today we're gonna talk about Scarabok. He's an Earth bulwark. What does that mean? Earth gives you grit and resolve, which is flat damage reduction. For example, if you have 10 grit and you get 11 damage, you're only gonna get 1 damage. Then it's also a bulwark, it's the tank. And bulwark gives energy and physical resistance, which is percentage damage reduction. Also, both of these synergies give your team grit and resolve and resistances, just not as much as the bulwark and the Earth unit itself. Its Omega shoots a ghostly specter down the line to the furthest enemy unit. Everything in its way will be stunned and take some damage. This is one of the best tank units in the game because of his Earth and Bulwark class and affinity. Also, his Omega is really good, providing some CC, crowd control, some stun. You want the enemy units to target your Scarabok. It's a tank, it's supposed to soak up damage instead of your carries being attacked. So either place it in the front line to protect your carries, or place it in the back line to catch those rogues trying to assassinate you. Today we... Oh, cringe. Oh. It was just like 1 or 2 days ago and I'm already cringing over it and would like to do it better. That's the fun and the weird part about content creation. Like, you look back at your work from a week ago and you're like, dude, I made really shit content there. And it keeps going like this. Because you keep improving, hopefully. If you look back to a month's old video and you're like, oh, that's a perfect video, like, you didn't improve in a month. And that's really a bad sign, I guess.
This looks good.
Sometimes I look back at old videos, I'm like, shit, I did stuff better there. That's kind of a weird feeling. Where kind of you have to constantly improve, but then you also change your style, and sometimes not for the better. It's an interesting journey. I do enjoy it a lot. It has a lot of hardships.
Got it.
Like, I don't know. It feels like it's very hard mentally sometimes. Like, you think you do a good, like, we are very result based as humans, right? Or I don't know why we are that way, but I'm that way, and many other people are that way, that you're like, oh, this is a good video, it's gonna do well. And then tomorrow you're gonna look in and you don't see a lot of views and you're like, question your whole existence. But instead of saying, hey, this is a good video, it's gonna do well, and try to focus on the expectation and on the result that's gonna come with it, you just have to focus on, I made a good video, and no matter what happens with it, I'm proud I did that, and I'm gonna keep improving. Like, you should more just focus on the work you're doing in the moment and not on the results you could get out of this work in the long term. Because most of those results you cannot really influence. It's not like, even if I have the perfect video, like web-free, clickbait, airdrop, everything, it could still underperform. Like, there's a lot of variables that I cannot influence, so I shouldn't take it so personal if the video underperforms. And stuff like this, and that comes to all our lives, I think. Like, I don't know. Before I go to bed, I'm like, I have to talk to the insurance company tomorrow. I have to do this. And then the next day, I can't find energy to do it. I'm really, like, disappointed in myself. But instead of, like, saying, I have to do this, I should do this, I should have just lived in the now and just say, hey, I'm going early to bed today, so hopefully I set myself up for a productive day tomorrow. And not, you know what I mean? Not like, Not like focus on what I should and could and must do tomorrow, but just focus what I can do good for myself right now that's gonna help me be better tomorrow. Or be good tomorrow. Because sometimes I'm gonna get disappointed at myself for not doing the insurance stuff, for example. That's gonna lead to like coping mechanisms where I watch too much Netflix that day, which makes me more sad that I watched now Netflix and wasted even more time, and then it's like a very vicious circle. Yeah, I don't know if I get to a conclusion with this topic, but I'm trying personally to just focus more how I can be good right now in the moment instead of what I should do in the future. It's obviously good to have a plan, but... Not sure I missed that one. Yeah, it just came out yesterday or in the middle of the night or something. I don't know. I'm not sure if I should have actual good schedules, like always upload 1 PM every day or something like that. I don't think Illuvium minds too much. Let's just jump in, let's capture some Illuvials. The other day I was like, I have to make it a thing that I tell a story about my life every time on Illuvium. And it always ends up being this kind of self-help stuff that I just talked about now, which is important for me. But I kind of want to bring it more to drunk stories and fun stuff. And I have a lot of drunk stories. A lot of fun drunk stories, so... maybe it's the time to bring one of them forward. But most of them are so long, it's like a full movie. And they're super embarrassing. Alright, I'm gonna cook, for the next stream, I'm gonna cook up a funny drunk story that I had. And just try to, kinda in my head, prepare it. I'm not ready right now. That's what I'm trying to say. Dude, those are hard. That's the problem. Well, they're not hard, but there's so much stability left, even though we played everything we had. Problem right here is... we are in a stage 3 runs and we only brought, or mostly brought, tier 0 Illuvials. Good thing though is, he has mostly Archies, which are not a big threat. Bad thing though is, there is a lot of encounter modes. So they have additional crit amp, heal 4% every second, and an additional 6 energy regen. Damn. Alright, that's what we got. We cannot put more on the board. We could bond with a fighter instead of a bulwark. I think we just need bulwark to sustain the early damage from the rogues. And then in the late game we don't need damage. Alrighty. Assassinate the rogues down here. Uno dos. Bring a tank to tank for them. And then you tank the front line, I guess. And also the links should come down here. I think my range is gonna try to just tank all the Archies. Alright, see how that goes. Range is tanking well. My Lynx didn't have space to come in too. Lynx is dead though. As soon as we kill this Lynx, all the damage is gone. And we should have the round. Our Lynx in the meanwhile shredding through the Archies. Sweet, so basically if we catch all the 3 Archies we got an... how's it called? Arcalion. No, what's the stage 2? Nachos. Archos. Or Arcos. I don't know. I love the Lynxes, but they come so often, so I feel like they're not special anymore. I'd rather try to capture the Archie, which is also a tier 1. We have some tier 1 shards. We're not gonna use more on those. Yeah, stage 3 wakes can be very tough. I didn't think about that before going into this one, and I pretty much got very lucky with 3 Archies and Lynxes. But usually I shouldn't be beating them with... I don't even bring a weapon for my range. I have no composite affinities that I activate. So yeah, we have to upgrade our team a little bit if we want to do some serious catching in the stage 3 runs. For sure. Important to check the level of everything, especially when you duplicate. Oh, it's level 5, level 1, level 3. Is a level 5 harder to catch? Or is it just more valuable if you catch a level 5? Because this one is giving me trouble. I still don't want to waste a tier 2 shard. I'm really not too keen on getting an Archie anyway. It's better for leveling, yeah, makes sense. Come on, Mozart, put your back into it. Thank you. Alright, we have enough energy to try 2 more times. So maybe we can get the 3 arches after all. Fact found. The arch's glowing green eyes cannot see, but it can smell the vitality and emotions of others. It can smell my emotions, dude? What the hell? Nah, I thought this was a little cute turtle. This guy smells my emotions and my vitality. God damn. I wonder... It's my emotions. What's that? I never heard that anywhere. In any science fiction story or whatever, that something can smell my emotions. Maybe the Predator could. Highest level I've got is 18. Damn. Do we have a level cap? What's the max level? 100? Ew. Archie all of a sudden scares me now. I don't want him to smell my emotions. Highest level unknown. You... Yeah, probably nothing. Probably 99. Kind of like Pokemon. Or was it 100? It was 100 in Pokemon, right? Hey, we got all the 3 arches in the end. Not bad, not bad. I like how on lowest graphic it kind of looks like Play-Doh. Like plastic. It looks like a figurine you would put on your table. Got him. Bye, Lynx. Bye. Bye. Yeah, I don't think we can beat any other stage 3 wake with this team, except just a bunch of empaths. Glad Aaron said yesterday that leveling is being made a bit easier. It takes too long now. That's good to know. I'm also really stoked about overworld changes that come in. Why do you need leveling again? You need to level them before you evolve them, right? Otherwise you cannot evolve them if they're all level 1, for example. And then in the Leviathan arena will also matter, I guess, but not in the Ascendant arena where all the stats are normalized. Oh, we cannot see how much XP we get at the moment. That's a shame. Already used up a lot of energy. Just going for shards and maybe check out some Illuvial wakes. Maybe find a solo Rampfire sitting in one wake. They will still beat us. Because we don't have ranged units. Because Omega would hit everything we have. I think down there was a lot of resources, right? Yep. We're gonna go there after.
Got it.
Got it. Epic shard, another one. Lucky run already. Alright, let's go down here. Try to snipe that one out of the air.
Got ya.
Boink. I'm a friend of bugs. I just shoot him, I don't catch him. Doesn't sound like a friend to me though, but... Oh, there's a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. Hey, big one. Just give me everything. I'm not gonna scan.
I'll take it.
Right now you have to check before and after in a run
Got it.
to see how much XP you got. But we do know what gives us XP, right? It's just fighting with them. And I guess they have to win.
This looks good.
Or are we just assuming things and don't have really confirmation?
I'll take it.
Do you still get XP if you lose a fight? Probably not, eh? I would think they kept it very close to Pokemon idea of having to win to get the experience. Well, actually in Pokemon, if you kill one other unit, but then you die, you still get the XP for that one unit once you kill it. Oh, another big one. Yow. Alright. Arena will give XP too, that's nice to hear. That is really nice to hear. Because it's way easier to grind out Arena instead of trying to find fights in the old world. And if you trying to find fights, you want to do it for a reason, like capturing actually Illuvials, not just for leveling up. I wonder if the Ascendant Arena also will have levels in there, or if it's really just everything the same. No levels, no stats.
I'll use it.
Damn.
This looks good.
Really, one more time? Guess we should have scanned. It only costs 20. If there's nothing in this one, yeah. Alright, back down here. We only have 400 energy left. There is some airgun rifts, but... Oh, there is an airgun rift right there. Alright, might as well. Might as well come back up here after we're done there.
Got it.
Hey, we got here a little cave underneath. That's nice. Where are we?
I'll use it.
Alright, down to 100. There's more stones, so let's put a teleport beacon right here.
Good.
That work? And then we port up. Where's the other one? We port up, get the extra energy, port down, finish the run, and we're out of here. Teleport beacons are super neat. I place a teleport by the first two rifts I find, so I can quickly scoop up the energy when collapse starts. Might be changing in Private Beta 4. Yeah, maybe it gets a little bit harder to do, like not... Right now it's really easy. Yeah, I think I got the tip from you to put down teleport beacons with all the rifts to get that extra energy. Super smart move.
I'll take it.
So, where's the last stone? Uno más, por favor. Opa. Low ceiling. Alright, you know what? You shoot at me, you get harvested. Get out of here.
I'll use it.
More than 3 rifts is pointless, diminishing returns. Yeah, I see that. Depends. I guess if you have unlimited time but very low money, very low budget to make runs, and this is the only run of your day, you might want to drag it out even if 1 rift just gives like 15 energy or whatever. Collect another 5 rifts to get 1 more mining deposit or whatever. But yeah, for most of us, we want to be time efficient, I feel like. Is my hotkey not working, game? Oh, it does. We still have Fade activated. Spooky. Cut. Alright, that's gonna be it. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Congratulations, Mel, for the first video giveaway. The first Illumination video has been given away to Mel. We're gonna do this every time on stream now, I think. And yeah. That's it, that's all. Have a wonderful day. I see you tomorrow, most likely. I'm gonna try to stream a little bit more regularly, but maybe just like 1-hour sessions. Just talk a bit, hang out, play some games. And yeah, definitely subscribe to my YouTube. That's where I do my main content, my main YouTube videos. There's going one up. I think we just uploaded one today. Like a beginner positioning guide. It's maybe not so interesting for the OGs, but should be nice for the long term for beginners coming in. So if you have anybody who is curious about positioning, maybe you can send them this. And yeah, I'm gonna do more low-key guides that hopefully are a little bit long term. So check out my YouTube. Thank you for tuning in. See you tomorrow on stream, most likely. And have a wonderful day. Peace out. Touch some grass today. Yeah, I'm gonna go out there and lay in the sunny grass right now. That's my goal in 2 minutes. Have a good one. Peace out. Adios. Hit the subscribe button down there somewhere. You can find it. Thank you. Peace. Adios. Bye bye.